Good morning, Dan. How are you? You hear me okay? Good. I'm actually, since you've joined and you're the only one on Zoom so far, other than all the Kadampa Center things, I'm gonna start a video, and I want you to let me know if you can see it and hear it okay. Can you hear it? No. Okay, hang on. This is why I practice ahead of time. No, not yet. Is it on now in the lobby? Okay. Right. Okay, I'm gonna try again. Nothing, right, Don? Wonder why. What about now? I can't hear you, Dan. You're muted. Can you hear that, Dan? It may be that you need to. Can you hear me now? Can you still hear me, Dan?
Yeah, I hear you, Linda.
Okay, good.
The video I hear very subdued, very light.
Okay. Can you check the volume on your computer and see if it's coming from your side, possibly?
No, I'm maxed. So my volume is maxed.
Okay, let me play around with my speakers. Hang on a second. Can you hear it now?
No, it's about the same. Don't worry too much, Linda. It's got subtitles, so I'm good.
But I wonder why it's doing this. Is Alex or Chris in the room? Paging Alex or Chris.
purpose of life and fulfillment about that purpose, then you always
That's
feel
it. It works.
Great, thank you.
when we are young, very much alive, these
Chris
years.
is magic.
And we grown up, particularly the society where not
Okay, thank you, Dan. And it sounded okay? Okay. Chris literally just walked over here.
And remove the obstacles.
Yes. Exactly. Good morning, Colleen on YouTube. Glad you're here with us. This should be a fun day. Our Gampa is getting very full, which is nice to see. Tashidelic? No, but I will right now. Okay, so I have a couple of announcements. We will be celebrating Losar today, as you know, and there will be a procession where His Holiness the Dalai Lama is brought in and seated at the tall throne here in the Gampa. And immediately after that, we will all be invited to offer a kata to His Holiness. If you don't have a kata or didn't bring one, that's fine. We actually have a whole bin of loaner katas you can do. If you're not sure how to do that, just, join the line and follow suit. Basically, you hold the kata and we'll just offer it to the seat on the throne there. And also, we will be in celebration of Losar. We'll be doing some traditional Tibetan activities, which include one of which includes dancing. And so everyone will be invited to come up and do a kata dance as well. So don't be shy. That's why we've cleared out this big space. And it will be led, so you don't have to know this kata dance. I don't know it. So hopefully you'll join in on that. Lastly, I did want to announce that next Sunday, is the first Sunday of March, and that means that Geshe Gelik will be back with us, teaching here in the Gampa. Yay! And so we do need, if you can stay after for a little while today and help us take down the tall throne and kind of rearrange the Gampa back into its usual configuration, so that everything is ready for Geshe-la's return next weekend. All right, I think that is it as far as announcements go. Is there anything else? At least is there anything you have about the socks and underwear ends today, right? Okay, and there are 2 more spaces left for the Habitat for Humanity opportunity, which takes place on Saturday, March 11th from about 8:15 to 11. And this is an opportunity that Kadampa Center is doing with Habitat for Humanity, and it is an interfaith opportunity, so there'll be lots of folks from other faiths as well. So there's 2 more spaces left, so if you want to help with that, either if you're here in person, see Elise right here, or if you're online, Dan. you can, it's so funny because normally we have more people online these days and it's completely opposite today, so yay. And so just let us know. Again, if you're here in the Gampa, just see Elise. And our socks and underwear drive ends today. So, all right, I think that's all of our announcements. We'll get started momentarily.
We'll start with the short mandala offering. Saji perki shushing metok tamri rablinshi ni degen pari sangye jingdu mikte uwa hido kunamdak shingla te pasho jetsun lame kuteraptem shinam katile chochu geparang Losar tempe rumesasum gido emunsel tatu nekuchik idam guru ratamadalakam niryatayami. In the Gold Prayer Book, if you turn to page 34, we'll start with the Refuge and Bodhicitta prayer 3 times. We'll say it once in Tibetan and twice in English. Sangye che danso ki chonam la janchu badu dani kyapsu chi dagi jin sogi personam gi dola bencher sangye tu pasho. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened, to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened, to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Now the 4 immeasurables right underneath that. May all sentient beings have happiness in the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering in the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness in the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness in the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. And now the praise to Shakyamuni Buddha, and that's on page 73 in the Gold Prayer Book. Again. Guru, teacher, Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, perfectly complete Buddha, perfect in knowledge and good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of beings to be subdued, teacher of gods and humans, to you, Buddha, Bhagavan, glorious Kakur, Shakyamuni, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. Guru, teacher, Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, perfectly complete Buddha, perfect in knowledge and good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of beings to be subdued, teacher of gods and humans, to you, Buddha, Bhagavan, glorious conqueror Shakyamuni, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. Guru, teacher, Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, perfectly complete Buddha, perfect in knowledge and good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of beings to be subdued, teacher of gods and humans, to you, Buddha, Bhagavan, glorious conqueror Shakyamuni, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. When supreme among humans, you were born on this earth, you paced out 7 strides, then said, I am supreme in this world. To you who were wise then, I prostrate. With pure bodies formed supremely pure, wisdom ocean like a golden mountain, flame that blazes in the 3 worlds, winner of the best, savior to you, I prostrate. When the supreme signs, face like a spotless moon, color like gold, to you I prostrate. Dust free like you, the 3 worlds are not, incomparably wise one, to you I prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, the teacher having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean, to you, the one gone to thusness, I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path, the sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies, I prostrate. Those who are liberated and who also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts, to you, the sublime community intending virtue, I prostrate. Do not commit any unwholesome actions. Engage in perfect, wholesome actions. Subdue your mind thoroughly. This is the teaching of the Buddha. A star, a defective view, a butter lamp flame. An illusion, a dewdrop, a water bubble. A dream, lightning, a cloud. See all causative phenomena like this. Through these merits may sentient beings attain the rank of all-seeing, subdue the foe of faults, and be delivered from samsara's ocean, perturbed by the waves of aging, sickness, and death. Okay, we can keep going. Okay, so this is not in the Gold Prayer Book, so you'll just have to follow along on the screen. Song of Immortality, the extensive prayer for the long life of His Holiness Dalai Lama, Om Swastivi. To the assembly of most kind teachers, both present and past, the miraculous dance of the body, speech, and mind of innumerable Buddhas, manifesting in accord with aspirant spiritual capacities, the wish-granting jewel, the source of all virtue and goodness. To you we offer our prayers with fervent devotion, that Tenzin Gyatso, protector of the land of snows, live for 100 eons. Shower on him your blessings, so that his aspirations are fulfilled without hindrance. To the assembly of all meditational deities, manifesting as countless mandalas and divinities, the magical clouds of immaculate transcendent wisdom, reaching to the farthest expanse of the space of ultimate reality. To you we offer our prayers with fervent devotion, that Tenzin Gyatso, protector of the land of snows, live for 100 eons. Shower on him your blessings, so that his aspirations are fulfilled without hindrance. To all the victorious Buddhas of the three times, endowed with 10 powers and are even masters of the gods, and those attributes of perfection are the source of all compassionate deeds, benefiting the vast ocean-like realm of sentient beings. To you we offer our prayers with fervent devotion, that Tenzin Gyatso, protector of the land of snows, live for 100 eons. Shower on him your blessings, so that his aspirations are fulfilled without hindrance. To the assembly of sacred doctrine embodied in the three vehicles, supremely serene, a jewel treasure of enlightenment, stainless, unchanging, eternally good, and the glory of all virtues, which actually liberates beings from the sufferings of the three worlds. To you we offer our prayers with fervent devotion, that Tenzin Gyatso, protector of the land of snows, live for 100 eons. Shower on him your blessings, so that his aspirations are fulfilled without hindrance. To all members of the enlightening, noble spiritual community, who never stray from the thoroughly liberating adamantine city, who possess the wisdom eye that directly sees the profound truth and the highest valor to destroy all machinations of cyclic existence, to you we offer our prayers with fervent devotion, that Tenzin Gyatso, protector of the land of snows, live for 100 eons. Shower on him your blessings, so that his aspirations are fulfilled without hindrance. To the assembly of heroes and dakinis, heavenly beings of the three worlds, who appear in the highest paradises, in the sacred places, and in the cremation grounds, and who, through creative play and the hundredfold experiences of bliss and emptiness, support practitioners in their meditation on the excellent path. To you we offer our prayers with fervent devotion, that Tenzin Gyatso, protector of the land of snows, live for 100 eons. Shower on him your blessings, so that his aspirations are fulfilled without hindrance. To the ocean protectors endowed with eyes of transcendent wisdom, the powerful guardians and upholders of the teaching, who wear inseparably on their matted locks the knot symbolizing their pledge to the Vajra holder. To you we offer our prayers with fervent devotion, that Tenzin Gyatso, protector of the land of snows, live for 100 eons. Shower on him your blessings, so that his aspirations are fulfilled without hindrance. Thus, to this congregation of excellent, undeceiving refuge, we pray that by the power of this prayer, expressed from a heart filled with fervent devotion and humility, may the body, speech, and mind of the sole Savior of the land of snows, the Supreme Ngawa Losar Tenzin Gyatso, be indestructible, unfluctuating, and unceasing, may live for 100 eons, seated on a diamond throne, transcending decay and destruction. You are the jewel heart embodying all compassionate, beneficial deeds. O most courageous one, you carry on your shoulders the burden of all the Buddhas of the infinite realms. May all your noble aspirations be fulfilled as intended. By virtue of this, may the heavenly doors of the fortunate eon open eternally as a source of relief and respite for all beings. And may the auspicious signs reach the apex of existence and release as the sacred teachings flourish through all times and in all realms. May the nectar stream of the blessings of the lotus holder always enter our hearts and nourish them with strength. May we please you with offerings of dedicated practice, and may we reach beyond the shores of perfect compassionate deeds to the blessings of the wondrous Buddhas and Bodhisattvas by the infallible truth of the laws of dependent origination, and by the purity of our fervent aspirations, may the aims of our prayer be fulfilled without hindrance. Just keep going. Dedication. Okay, now the dedication verses, I think, let's see, they're in the Gold Prayer Book. Okay, let's see.
And there's still more to come. We're just doing the dedications now.
Let's see. It's on page, go to page 246 in the Gold Prayer Book. May all beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, obtain an ocean of happiness and joy by virtue of our merits. May no living creature suffer, commit evil, or ever fall ill. May no one be afraid or belittled with the mind weighed down by depression. May the blind see forms and the deaf hear sounds. May those whose bodies are worn with toil be restored on finding repose. May the naked find clothing, the hungry find food. May the thirsty find water and delicious drinks. Poor find wealth, those weak with sorrow find joy. May the forlorn find hope, constant happiness and prosperity. May there be timely rains and bountiful harvests. May all medicines be effective and wholesome prayers bear fruit. May all who are sick and ill quickly be freed from their ailments. Whatever diseases there are in the world, may these never occur again. May the frightened cease to be afraid and those bound be freed. May the powerless find power, and may people think of benefiting each other. For as long as space remains, for as long as sentient beings remain, until then may I too remain to dispel the miseries of the world. And we'd like to thank Nagdubla for organizing things, and Trinlela and Wangmola for providing tea, rice, and cookies, and Jean Paul and Tindley Namgyal for the snow lion dance, so giving that away. Okay, now we'll go ahead and do the long life prayers. So that's on page 244. The first one by His Holiness, for His Holiness, is on 244. In the land encircled by snow and mountains, you are the source of all happiness and good. All powerful Chenrezig Tenzin Gyatso, please remain until samsara ends. And the one on the page 245, the one for Sarah J. Kim Rinpoche Ditsun Wasantao. The one who mastered speech at a very young age, the one with great patience who received the name Avatare, the one with great precision who spread the teachings of Lama Tsokapa and Bliss and Void, Lama ornament of the Yellow Hat tradition. Please remain until samsara ends, and then back to 244 for Lama Zopa Rinpoche. You uphold the subduer's moral way, who serve as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Madhuna's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplished magnificent prayers honoring the three jewels, saving myself and others, your disciples. Please, please live long. Then 7 green Dharma for Geshe and Geshe Sangpo's long, healthy, happy lives. Om Tare Tu Re Soha. 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 Om Tare Tu Re Soha.
Okay, so now it's my turn. I get to talk about some of the traditions that Tibetans do during the time of Losar. And obviously I'm not Tibetan, so I gleaned all of this information off of the internet, which you know what that means, but hopefully I picked some some worthy sources. And a lot of this I actually are words that Thupten Norbu, I think is how you say his name. Hang on. wrote it down so I didn't forget. Spoke about last year. I mean, not last year, pre-COVID, 2020, right? And so for those of you who don't know me, I am Linda Sa. I am the co-spiritual program coordinator along with Doma C, who I think everyone knows and loves. She's been around for a while. Thank you, Donna, for all that you do and have done and continue to do. All right, so let's see here. Yes. Oh, yeah, and Thupten Norbu is a Tibetan community member. He's not here today, is he? Okay. Okay. So Losar actually means new year. So Lo is year and Sar is new. And like many other New Year's days, it happens on the 1st of the new year. But here we are celebrating today in February, so it's a little confusing, but that's because Losar follows the Tibetan lunar calendar. And so this is actually the year 2050, and it's the year of the water rabbit. Now, now I love animals. Everyone that knows me knows I love animals. So I have to have a little bit about the animal here. So the rabbit or the hare is the symbol of longevity, peace, and prosperity. So I really love that. And Losar 2050 is, and that's this year, is predicted to be a year of hope. So, thank you. The water hare is the sign given to those born in the years 1927, 1939, 1951, 1963, 1975, 1987, 1999, 2011, and 2023. Anyone here born in one of those years? Oh, good. Yay. Okay, so the water hare, these folks are typically beautiful, fragile, worrisome, and they loathe all forms of aggression. They're kind, loyal, understanding, generous, thoughtful, and honest. So does that describe you? Water rabbit folks? Maybe partially. Rabbits make good teachers, police officers, artists, and musicians. So that's interesting. So this year, Losar actually fell on last Tuesday, February 21st, but we're celebrating today so that we can all celebrate here at the Kadampa Center and with our Kadampa Center friends, family, and community. So in the Tibetan tradition, Losar is divided into 2 phases. So there's a preparation phase and a celebration phase. So we're in the celebration phase, in case you didn't know. The preparation phase begins weeks in advance of Losar, and during this time, homes are cleaned and decorated, unfinished tasks are completed, food and new clothes are purchased, and the end of the old year is wrapped up, and we bid it farewell. So the most significant day of the preparation phase is called Nishigu. Did I say that right? Okay, good, thank you. And that occurs the second to the last day of the year, so that's the 29th day of the last month of the year. Remember, this is the Tibetan lunar year. Nishigu is all about cleaning, or purifying one's home and body. And so on the evening of Nishigu, it's very traditional for Tibetan families to partake in gutug for dinner. And gu means 9, and tug means noodle soup. Am I saying that right? Okay, good. I'm looking to my Tibetans in the room. So this is a special noodle soup that's made from 9 ingredients. So after the special gutug soup, an effigy of a human figure, and it's usually small, like a little man that looks very Tibetan, and a ritual cake. And these are made out of a dough, like barley dough or sampa, and these are taken outside and burned, and that's to symbolize, ushering out the old year and all of its negative aspects, and making way for a fresh, new, and abundant year. So these rituals are done, to really like open up for this new year in a very, very positive way that we can all celebrate. And then the last day, the 30th day of the year, marks the last day of this preparation phase. And decorating homes, preparing food, making offerings, all of this continues as the preparation phase of Losar comes to an end. And so then that brings us to day one, New Year's Day. And this celebration starts by getting up really early in the morning. And we're talking like 2 a.m., 4 a.m., something like that. And this is to make offerings, of course, to the three jewels, the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. And you have the opportunity to drink chang. Is that saying that right? Chang? And this is a mildly alcoholic beverage made from barley and served hot or warm. So they have that in the morning, and then afterwards, and I love this part, children go out, well, I love it all, really. Children go out to the neighbors' homes to wish them tashi delek, which means good luck and happiness. And in return, the kids are given money or candy. So it's sort of like trick-or-treating here in the United States. Like, knock on the door, tashi delek, instead of trick-or-treat. So that's fun. And the whole day, New Year's Day, is dedicated to the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. It's spent visiting, Buddhist temples, and gampas, and centers like this, monasteries, if you live near a monastery, making offerings, cultivating, positive intentions, motivations, generating merit, dressing in new clothes, and eating good food with family and friends. So some of the food, the traditional food we're having today, the tea and the sweet rice with the raisins and nuts and the yummy cookies as well. And then the second day, and so of course this would have been last week, is for visiting friends and relatives and celebrating again with good food and drinks and fun games and good company, of course. And then the third day, so the first 3 days are kind of the big days. The third day is all about community and enjoyment. And so that kind of brings us to what we're doing here today. And it usually starts with a ritual meant to bring good luck in the new year, and it involves hanging new prayer flags, burning incense, offering sampa to the stewards of the 5 elements of nature. Let's see, and this would show gratitude for all good fortunes and success. And it's meant to, bring in the new year so that it's an auspicious new year. And then a community meal is shared, kind of like a potluck here in the United States. And then the rest of the day is spent performing traditional Tibetan dances, which we're gonna do, and songs, and playing more games. And the activities of this third day are really building community. So I love that. The first 15 days of the Tibetan New Year are known as the Days of Miracles. And again, this began on February 21st, and it will end, after the 15th day, which is March 7th. And these 15 days of miracles are time for extensive Dharma practice. Okay, so far all I've talked about is like food and fun and all, and getting rid of negative energy, bringing in the positive. But now we're talking about the Dharma practice. So all 15 days are merit multiplying days. And the merit of virtuous actions are multiplied by 100 million. So yay, let's keep doing some virtuous things during these 15 days. We have until March 7th, and then keep doing that after that too. Lama Zopa Rinpoche offers advice for creating merit during these 15 days of miracles on the FPMT website. So if you want to learn more about ways you can generate merit during these 15 days of miracles, just go to fpmt.org. You'll see it right there on the front banner. And there is a link on our website as well, if you go to today's calendar event. And so there's practices such as reciting mantras and prayers, which we've done today, taking precepts, performing pujas, practicing Tonglen, meditating on emptiness and bodhicitta, doing purification practices like Vajrasattva, 35 Buddhas, all of these things and much more. But in addition to that, there's also rejoicing, and rejoicing is a way to build positive merit. So I'm really happy to be here today, celebrating Losar with my Kadampa Center friends and family, my Vajra brothers and sisters, and the Tibetan community, everyone that's here today, as well as online. Thank you for joining us online. And as our dear Geshe Gelik says, this center is not my center, this is our center. So happy Losar, Losar Tashidelik. Oh, thank you. And now we have a special guest. Oh, actually, we don't have the special guest yet. I was going to play a video of an 8-minute video of His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Do we have time for that, Donna? We're good? Okay. It's 8 minutes and it's really fun. Bear with me for a moment while I get it up.
Also semi-experience of gas.
Mani Padme Hum, Mani Padme Hum, Mani Padme Hum, Mani Padme Hum.
I'm gonna I'm gonna pause it for a minute because there's some speaker situations here. Let me just fix that. We figured that out earlier. Hopefully I can easily do it. Okay, hang on. No. I figured this out earlier, and now I can't. Now it's not working. Welcome to Sunday, y'all. Okay, hang on. What did I do? These speakers? One more time. Oh, I know what it is. I need Chris to walk over here, right? That's what fixed it last time. Oh, goodness. Vincent, maybe you can increase the volume.
Dear brothers and sisters, indeed I'm very happy.
But what does happiness mean to a Buddhist such as the Dalai Lama?
I usually describe happiness in the sense more satisfaction. Happiness not necessarily some pleasure sort of experience, but neutral sort of experience can bring deep satisfaction.
In your experience, what makes you truly happy?
I believe, the peace of mind. That peace of mind also is come firstly from heartedness. That, I think, reduce ill feeling towards others, and also reduce this sort of distrust. I always open. I never consider myself as something special. If I consider myself something different from you, like I'm Buddhist, even more I'm His Holiness Dalai Lama, or even if you consider I'm Nobel laureate, then actually you create yourself as a prisoner. I forget these things. I simply consider I'm one of the 7 billion human beings. We are mentally, emotionally, intellectually, we are same.
A point he rather inadvertently proved through an unexpected story about gas.
When in aeroplane, sometimes this gas problem comes, then you see, difficult to let out. So occasionally, you see, look around, then remain like that. It's the ultimate source of satisfaction within ourselves. If you do wrong things, mainly harming others, you get negative consequences. If you do helping others, bring more happiness to others, you get benefit. More inner strength there, and more sort of confidence of purpose of life and fulfillment about that purpose, then you always feel happy. When we are young, very much sort of alive, these inner value. And we grown up, particularly the society where not much talking about these values. Only talks when we read newspaper or television, sports or money, a number of dollar, like that. And all the appetizing, some because of the material values. No one telling, no one sort of explaining the importance of warm-heartedness.
Despite this, he says there is a lot to be happy about if we only look in the right places.
Early part of 20th century, later part of 20th century, much positive change took place. I think world, yes, there is a lot of crisis, a lot of bad things, but also is a lot of good things.
And yet, we have been taught to fear anyone and everyone, a reality, he says, that is impacting one of the fundamentals of human happiness.
So, we are a social animal. Therefore, friendship is very essential. Friendship comes trust. Fear and trust go contradiction. More fear there cannot develop trust. With fear, how can develop friendship?
It's little wonder then that loneliness has become the #1 cause of depression in the West.
And a big city, a lot of people, but just think oneself, self-centered attitude, and no idea or sense of love. Then, too much competitive sense, then jealousy. Jealousy brings distrust. Distrust brings frustration. So therefore, and fear. Then the lonely feeling automatically comes. So lonely feeling is not creation of environment, but creation of your own mental attitude.
But the thought leader says there is hope if only we could seek a slightly different goal.
I think eventually we can develop more deeper sort of the experience about our life. Make some kind of pledge. Now on, I must make a new person. Same body, but new person.
Your Holiness, I have to thank you so much. I have learned much from meeting you today. I have learned, for instance, that we're all on the same road
Yes,
with the ultimate goal,
that's right.
but we're all different travelers.
And also same experience of gas.
I don't think I'll ever forget this day.
Hi, I'm Mike.
Okay. Now I think it's time for the special guest. Oh, yeah, sorry, Donna. I keep jumping the gun. I'm sorry. I'm nervous or something. I'm excited. So yes, all you fellow dancers, get ready. Everyone has to. Dan, you're gonna love this. And so are you guys on YouTube. Just bear with us for a moment if you are online. So to Dan and folks on YouTube, I have enjoyed the sweet rice and cookie and tea on your behalf, okay?
If you could walk into the Gampa, you can do this dance. So come on up, and we'll do this together.
Chola
Our special visitor is arriving soon. This time, I think for real. So, Mama, you can sit here. Thank you all for participating. This has been a lot of fun. Thank you for the yummy food and the special treats. We're ready, Vincent? Oh, we're working on it. Hang on. We're getting the music queued up. This is the moment we've all been waiting for, especially me. Thank you for the yummy treats from our Tibetan community. Thank you everyone for coming out. Losar Tashidelik. Happy New Year. I think this concludes our Losar celebration. Thank you. Thank you. Don't forget, if you can stick around, we do need some help taking down the tall throne and putting it back in the shed outside. So if you can stick around and help with that, we'd greatly appreciate it. Okay, thanks everybody.